We've got a brand new update from Halo Waypoint which covers a lot of the concerns that myself and other content creators were talking about whenever it came to Halo Reach on the PC, but the community is blowing this totally out of proportion on both sides. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, GamerJlee here, and the other day we got a brand new update on Halo Waypoint that seems to directly cover a lot of the issues that myself, Xperia, and Decane made last week, and to quote my good friend Xperia, it looks promising. More on that later. But in the update, it covers a number of things, from mouse input issues, the variable frame rate option, server latency issues, push-to-talk, crashes, the progression system, Forge, and so much more. Now, I'm just going to be covering bits and pieces of this update, but if you'd like to take a look yourself, I will have the link down in the description box below. So in this post, it talks a lot about the issues that the community has been bringing up ever since the last flight. It talks about my concern about the variable frame rate option, saying that they are aware of the different issues that the variable frame rate option caused and will have them rectified by the time of launch. So yes, uncapped frame rates will be in the game at launch. Thank God. It talks about the input lag issue, assuring us that they are working on it, and even gives suggestions on how to improve or get rid of any unnecessary options that could be causing that input lag. A lot of people don't know, but there are some settings that you could turn on, like VSync for example, that could actually cause input lag. And that's not just an issue in Halo Reach on the PC, that's any PC game where you're running on a very standard panel. If you have VSync off, it causes screen tearing, but if you have it on, your screen looks smooth and keeps up with every frame, but with that process, it does cause a little bit of input lag. That's why on a lot of competitive games for say CSGO, Overwatch, so on and so forth, a lot of pros recommend you turn off VSync to even sacrifice seeing that screen tearing. That's why a lot of people suggest you play on a high refresh rate panel like 120Hz or even 144Hz. For example, I've had my eye on this Asus monitor for quite a long time. Yes, it is only 1080p, but look at that refresh rate, 240Hz baby, with a 1 millisecond delay and G-Sync capabilities. I would love to upgrade to 1440p, but honestly, 1080p to me still looks good even today, and with that high of a refresh rate and G-Sync, that is a jizz in my pants purchase. That price tag is gonna hurt my butt a little, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. Okay, enough drooling over PC parts, let's get back to the actual article. The next thing they talk about is push-to-talk, and they are saying that this will be hard bound to the V key. That is an exact quote from this article, and that has me a little bit concerned. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean it will be there by default and then you can adjust it and put it somewhere else? Or does that mean that it's locked on that key? Because if so, that is not good at all. You should be able to change your push-to-talk key to any key or button that you want. Every other game on the market allows this. For example, I like to have my push-to-talk key assigned to the side buttons on my Logitech G502 mouse. It's easy to press and be able to do my talking and then let go without having to shift my hands to hit a certain key that is assigned on my keyboard. And whenever it comes to the V key, yes, it's right near C, but I'm not going to be using C that much because whenever I crouch, I usually use Control. So this not being adjustable is kind of a problem if that is the case, but hopefully that isn't. I might have to go and ask Postums if that is true or not. Another thing that they addressed is the lack of Forge at launch, but this is actually not a bad thing as they will be improving and adding more items to the Halo Reach Forge sandbox. Yeah, you remember all those items that Lord Zed found and actually got them working in Halo Reach's flight a few months ago? Those are all going to be in the Forge canvas in the near future. That is awesome, and it is really great to see that they are going to be taking something and actually adding to it and improving it, because the one thing that I have to admit that 343 is good at is improving Forge. They always tend to do that, especially with Halo 5. Halo 5, I know, has a lot of problems, but the one thing that they always tried to make better was the Forge system, and I think they were actually really good at that. Will they do the same here? We're just gonna have to wait and see. And if you want to take a look at this article, again, I will have it in the description box below. If you want to take a look at the list of different items that they're going to be bringing to Forge, go take a look at Lord Zed's video, or just go look at the article and they have an entire list. It is actually really exciting to see some vehicles that we've been dying for years to play with being actually usable in Forge. This is expanding the sandbox, and I think it's going to be a really fun time once that is available on PC. Now, I need to say this before we move on with this video, because to me, this is very important to clarify for both people that love 343 Industries and hate 343 Industries. This is all just talk. This is a great improvement, and there's a lot of clarity here, but they've heard our criticisms, and that's great. They've covered the problems that we have addressed to them. That is great, but we have to wait and see if they take the actions and truly address these problems and patch them before day one. Because as the old saying goes, actions speak louder than words. And 343, you have a lot of actions to prove yourself to the community. Because honestly, after Halo 4, after MCC back on the console, after Halo 5, and so on and so forth over these past few years, you got a lot to make up for. This year has been a great year for 343 Industries. You guys have earned back a lot of the community's trust and a lot of the community's excitement. But here's the thing, and this is where I stand and a lot of people I know stand. I don't forgive and I don't forget. I still hold you accountable for all the mistakes you've made in the past. We can move on and we can have a great relationship, but you got to start being at higher standards. You can't just cut corners. You can't take forever to address things that are problems. They have to be addressed in a timely manner. If there is a glitch day one, that glitch needs to be done and fixed day two. There needs to be consistent updates. There needs to be consistent communication between the players and the developers. And if not, then this will be a failed project. This is looking good, but we can't have inconsistencies. This has to be solid, this has to be well polished, and this has to come out the way we expect it to come out. This has to come out guns blazing and meeting the standards of the PC players, because like I said in my last video, this is your one opportunity to grow your audience. The people on the PC platforms have been waiting for this for years. Many years we've been waiting for this to come to Steam. And this is your one opportunity, because the thing is, people on consoles, they will accept the bare minimum and then come back and come back and come back. And maybe they'll go away for a year, but then they'll come back. But on PC, you blow your first chance, they ain't coming back. They're gonna move on, because we have such a wide variety of games and things we can be doing. We won't give it a second chance. A lot of people will move on and go back to their favorite game for competitive play. They'll go back to Fortnite. They'll go back to CSGO. They will go back to League of Legends. They'll go back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. They won't give this a second chance. This is your one opportunity, and you can't blow it. And that isn't just coming from me. That's coming from everyone in the community that has a voice on this platform. That's coming from Hidden. That's coming from Duquesne. That's coming from Laynan. That's coming from everyone who cares about this project. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I want this to be successful. But you have to prove yourself, 343. You're doing great. This is great progress. But I'm still skeptical. And you can't blame me on that one whenever every time I give you a chance, you blow it. Prove me wrong. Please, I'm begging you, prove me wrong. Prove the community wrong that you are a fuck up. Please. But now that I've got that out of my system, let's actually talk about the community and a little issue that happened after this update went out on Twitter. because a lot of people gave their opinions on this, and a lot of it was positive. A lot of it was positive because we had said, these are the problems, and 343 said, here's the list of problems you gave us, we're addressing them. And we're like, cool. Seems like a pretty, open and shut case. See it launch. Hope they're fixed. But when you give 343 any credit where credit is due, the community loses its absolute mind. Because you had people on both sides of the fence driving me absolute nuts. You had people on one side saying, oh my god, this is amazing, Halo's back, 343 forever, this is fucking awesome, I can't believe it, oh my god. And then you had guys on the other side of the fence saying, okay, that's cool and all, but you're still gonna fuck it up. You're still gonna fuck it up, you idiot. Why the fuck are you guys so excited? They're gonna fuck it up. They're a bunch of fucking retards. I mean, come on, man. These guys made Halo fucking 5. And then you had guys in the middle like myself, Hidden Xperia, Duquesne, and a lot of the content creators in the community who were just saying, okay, this looks good. Awesome. See it launch. But the way that a lot of people took this was, we were being 343 shills. We were kissing the ring of 343 Industries and bowing to their will. And this is just crazy to me how you could take this tweet by my good friend Hidden and interpret it as him being a 343 tard. I mean, look at this tweet right here. Wow, not gonna lie, this is all really promising for Reach's December 3rd launch. Mouse input delay will be greatly improved for launch. Uncapped frame rate will be present at launch. Forge confirmed to be getting new items including Saber, Seraph, and Forklift, and more. Promising. That's it. That's all that Hidden had to say, yet people interpreted this as him being a 343 shill, him being a 343 tard, and to me, this just blows my fucking mind. Yes, Hidden is my good friend, and yes, he is a little more lenient towards 343 than I am, but he is no shill, I can promise you that. And the way that people are misinterpreting this as him kissing the ring is just baffling. And this isn't the only content creator I know that this happened to. This was happening all throughout the night on Twitter, where basically people were just saying, hey, guess what, it looks good. And then people were just attacking him saying, hey, you're a 343 tard, you're a shill. How much did they pay you to make that tweet? Huh? Guys, this is getting fucking old real fast. I totally believe in criticizing 343 when they fuck up, but I also believe on giving them a pat on the back and an attaboy when they do something right. And this is one of those attaboy moments. We criticized them a week ago. They got back to us relatively quickly with their weekly post and said, here are the problems, we're fixing it. We can't just bash on them every single time and say, well, guess what? You're still gonna fuck it up, man. You're still gonna fuck it up. At least they are listening. At least there's some communication going on. And I am skeptical as hell, just like the rest of you, but we can't just keep kicking them while they're down. This year, we have seen an improvement in communication and what the community wants. They addressed our complaints in a relatively quick time and are going to have them corrected before launch. There is no reason for us to go and say, well, you're still gonna fuck it up before it comes out. I understand being skeptical. I understand what it's like to be burnt by 343 Industries time and time and time again. If they fuck this up, they are done for. No one is going to forget about this because this is one of the biggest projects that people have wanted for years. But we can't keep kicking them until we see the end product. I want this to be good. I'm not going to give them any leeway when this comes out, and if it is a failure, I will make videos. I will be critical. I will be calling them out on their bullshit. But until there's some bullshit to call them out on, I'm not gonna just go and slap them in the face and say, you still suck. I'm going to keep a objective eye on everything, because I'm not gonna lie, being negative all the time and looking at something that could be considered positive and just being like, well, it's still gonna fucking suck, it drains the energy out of me. It really does. And I'm trying to look at this objectively, and if it sucks, and I'll call it out. If it's great, then hey, that's awesome. We got something to play. We got something good on the way for the PC, and that's all I could possibly ask for. But we have to continue to be critical, but we also have to be fair when they do something right. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section down below, and honestly, I want to hear what you thought of this update. Did this get you a little more excited and honestly make you feel like 343 is listening to our criticisms and that they're addressing it? Is that what you thought, or do you still think they're going to screw this up in some way? Let me know down in the comment section down below. I really would like to start some conversations, and I will reply to as many comments as I possibly can. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. That is much appreciated, as last video we had a ton of people like the video, and it honestly got out there. The word got out there, and that's the best part about this community. We help each other, we grow as a community, and we get the word out there and have good conversations. So please leave a like on it if you did. You can also follow me on Twitter to know everything that is going on. There's going to be some special announcements coming up on there, so look forward to that and pay attention to Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram, where I post clips from my latest live streams, some of the funniest moments where I do little edits and everything. They're actually pretty entertaining, and if you do like funny moments from streams and maybe even some stream fails, go ahead, follow me on Instagram for all of those. And speaking of streams, follow me on Mixer. I stream weekly, Sunday through Tuesday from 6 to 9 every week, PM PST. We do lots of fun streams, and Mondays are usually MCC days, which is today. So you want to go and follow me on Mixer, go on over there, and I will see you later tonight for another MCC live stream. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do a live stream last night because I had food poisoning. Yay! Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, GamerJlee signing out. Frag out!